again, and we are back here. During the open week, we closed the doors of the Tier 4 studio here in Morgantown, West Virginia, but the football is back, so we open the doors, open our arms, and wrap them around the upcoming West Virginia University football game. This is the Wednesday walkthrough. I am Mike Casazza for the Charleston Daily Mail, and what do we have this weekend? West Virginia, number 16, Texas Tech, Fox Sports 1, noon, homecoming, Mountaineer Field, Justin Kutcher, Brady Poppinga. It's everything you want, especially if it has been a long time since you last saw West Virginia when they gave up 73 points, the most in 104 years of West Virginia University football. You'd like to forget that, wouldn't you? New game, new chance for memories. More of the same in another way for West Virginia. Stop me if you've heard this. A ranked opponent in Big 12 play, undefeated opponent, that's happened quite a bit. Yes, it has. That's one of the reasons that the Mountaineers have played really one of the most difficult schedules in the country. Figure there are 6 opponents where you can count their record. I say 6 because you can't count the season opener against William & Mary because they're 0-0. Of the next 6 opponents, 5 will have been undefeated. 4 will have been ranked, all in the Big 12. It hasn't been easy for West Virginia, and West Virginia has complicated matters on its own with ineffective offense and sometimes overwhelmed defense. I don't have to tell you this will be a task Saturday. Texas Tech, number 16, 6-0 overall, 3-0 in the country. Solid on defense, dynamic on offense. And I think what you'll find when you watch the game is that these offenses and defenses are very much alike. Certainly the connection between Cliff Kingsbury and Dana Holgorsen, you know about that. You will not be surprised to see that Kingsbury's offense in his first season operates much like Holgorsen would like his to operate. What's unusual, though, is that not only is it Kingsbury's first season as a head coach, but also at the school, he's doing it with really 2 true freshman quarterbacks. Everybody expected, 2 true freshman quarterbacks, plural. Everybody expected, I think, to see Michael Brewer, an incumbent player who'd been in the system for a couple of years, and really what Tommy Tuberville did before was not too different from what Kingsbury's doing now. The concepts were similar. It was probably easy to transition some of that. He was slowed by a back injury. He's re-aggravated. It really hasn't played much and hasn't been able to play much this season. So Kingsbury has relied on 2 true freshmen, one who enrolled in January, one who enrolled in the summer. What does it matter? Well, Baker Mayfield was the guy who started off the season. His first game, Big 12 Player of the Week. Everybody impressed with his arm. He destroys his knee, it looks like, against Clemson. They worry he's going to be out for the season. It's not that bad. Probably won't see him play Saturday, but that's not necessarily good news. He's replaced by Davis Webb. What does he go out and do? He passes for 415 yards, the highest total in the Big 12 this season. 2 yards better than what Mayfield passed for against SMU. You're seeing where I'm going with this. These quarterbacks are putting the ball in play, moving it around. They're both very good. And then their first starts, Mayfield against SMU, Webb against Iowa State. They both won the Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week award. How is it happening? Again, really good talent on offense. I think it's fair to say that what Kingsbury has his first season, very comparable to what Dana Holgorsen had his first season. Right now, what Texas Tech has is better than what West Virginia has, probably across the board. Offensive line, veteran, a lot of experience, tough guys, older guys that play well. They're running the ball better than they have before. If you can look at the arc of their season, it's trending up. They're running the ball better. They're getting more first downs. They're holding on to the ball better. They're snapping off more plays. This is what they do. It's getting better and better. 3 backs last week ran for at least 80 yards. First time that's happened at the school since 1973. D. Washington, Kenny Williams, really good guys to carry the ball and lean on, but all of a sudden, Sadale Foster, a guy people thought very highly of before the start of the season, he is doing more and more in the running game. He'll also play receiver at times, kind of a dynamic player. The wealth of the talent on offense is at receiver. Inside receivers, again, if you know Dana Holgorsen's offense, you know those inside receivers are important. You got to have 1, maybe 2. Texas Tech has 2. It happens that one is 6'5" and 260 pounds. He's named Jay Samaro. He'll run past you. He'll run with you and jump over you. The other guy is Jakeem Grant, who is 5'6" and 160 pounds. Game plan for one. Try game planning for both. Obviously, different players, different skills, different tactics to defend them. But don't forget Eric Ward, Bradley Marquez outside, both really good. A wealth of players who have 25 or more catches, 10 people average 10 yards of reception. It goes on and on with the depth of talent on offense. What's interesting, though, is they're playing efficiently. They're playing fast. 100-plus snaps the last few games. They're scoring a lot of points. Number 3 in passing, number 6 in total offense, number 13 in scoring. They're doing things very well. There is something you can probably point at if you're West Virginia's defense. 48% Conversions on third down, not great. They've punted an awful lot. They've also used 2 punters quite a bit this season. So maybe that's something that you can exploit. Maybe you can get them off the field a little bit more. Maybe you can slow the game down at your pace. Also, Texas Tech will turn over 2 freshman quarterbacks. Both have 5 interceptions. They fumbled a lot and lost 4 of them. They are -3 in the turnover margin. Last year, Texas Tech was one of the worst teams in the country in turnover margin. So offensively, not perfect, can be exploited. And West Virginia's defense, believe it or not, better than what you saw last week. How about Texas Tech's defense? Actually, this is where the similarities are pretty striking. They're both going to play 3-4 defenses, and I think you'll find that what Texas Tech does is going to look familiar to you. 3-4, be aggressive on first and second down, play close, man stuff, use your safeties effectively against the run and the pass, and then when it comes to third down, they're going to get exotic. They're going to mix things up, disguise, send people from different spots, and really press you. That's one reason that opponents convert just 28% on third down. Good guy up front, Kerry Hyder. He'll play inside, he'll play outside. He has 9 tackles for a loss, 3 sacks this season. 2 really good middle linebackers, Micah Awe and Will Smith inside. Their corners are interesting. One man, Bruce Jones, is 5'7", not the biggest guy. He still plays physical, gets pass deflections. And the other corner, Ola Falimi. I apologize to the Falimis if I mispronounce his name, but he's a 6-foot guy who's going to play physical and is going to be effective in the passing game. Terrence Bullitt is their X factor. He kind of plays a hybrid safety linebacker defensive back spot. He's really good. He's been an all-conference caliber player in the past as a safety, and they're putting him in a spot where he can do the best for the defense this year. So, keys for West Virginia, what do you do? Well, again, try to stop Texas Tech on third down. That maybe means winning first down. Don't let them run all over you. And try to set up predictable spots where you can dictate on third down, get them off the field. Maybe keep them out of the red zone too, which is not easy. Texas Tech is 31 for 35 in the red zone, 19 touchdowns. They're very, like I said, efficient and effective once they get moving. Got to interrupt it. So stay on the field. Be better than the 111th best team in the country on third downs. West Virginia converts just 29%. Dana Holgorsen called it atrocious. They're not good enough to do stuff on 3rd and 2, let alone 3rd and 12. They don't have go-to plays that they want for those situations. So you got to be good on first and second down. You got to take a 1-yard gain, take a 2-yard gain on a pass rather than throwing it out of bounds, because maybe that 1 or 2 yard gain turns into a 6 or a 16 or a 60-yard gain. Who knows? You got to be able to keep the ball moving, and you can't let them get you in a situation where they're up by 21 and they come after you. And this is also interesting too. Texas Tech, not the greatest on special teams. They can give up some big returns. They are not great returning. West Virginia probably feels a little bit better about themselves now. Wendell Smallwood showed some things as returning kicks. Ronald Carswell has been a little bit better returning punts. There's a chance for West Virginia to get good field position, use some forward momentum to their favor there. But avoid turnovers, maybe create them. Be successful on third down, shut them down on third down. Those are things that the statistics say are possible. Those are things you have to do to win anyways. So capitalize on the obvious, and perhaps Saturday, something good to talk about, and who knows, maybe even fire off some good text from Game Day, which will be back Monday. Don't forget the live post will be in the game blog Saturday, and then we will wrap it all up with the good and the bad Tuesday. For the Charleston Daily Mail, I'm Mike Casazza. This is your Wednesday walkthrough.